Hello students, let us review another worksheet. This is the worksheet based on the making of scientists. It is one of the selections in our textbook, grade 10 textbook Footprints Without Feet. It is selection number 6 and the prose type is a biography. What is the difference between autobiography and a biography? Autobiography is written about one's own life. For example, Nelson Mandela, Long Walk to Freedom is an autobiography, and the reference is an autobiographical reference. And this particular work, The Making of Scientist, is a biography. Biography is when someone, or a writer, writes about someone else's life. That is a biography. So this is a biography. Robert W. Peterson has written a biography of Richard Albright, who was a scientist. And this particular worksheet, there are annotations. Annotations means certain prose extract is given and certain questions are asked. You need to note down the information for your literature MCQ section. Then there are short questions which will require the name of the writer and the title to the biography. And then we have the detailed question where you'll be requiring your PEE technique with certain citations for writing. That means textual reference for writing. Let us begin. Read the extract given below carefully and answer the questions that follow. He would catch a female monarch, take her eggs, and raise them in his basement through their life cycle. Who is he in this extract? Richard Albright is he in this extract. Why does he raise butterflies? He raised butterflies to study their migration pattern. Find a synonym for the word rare from the extract given above. Raise is the synonym of rare from the extract. What part of speech is them? It is a pronoun. The next annotation. It was really a sad feeling to sit there and not get anything while everybody else had won something. Who is the speaker of the above lines? Richard Albright is the speaker of the above lines. Now, in this biography, the writer has brought in certain expressions which are in the first person. Do not confuse yourself with the biography and autobiography. It is a biography because someone else has written about Richard Albright. Where was he competing at? He was competing at a country science fair. Find a word from the extract which is the opposite of nobody. Everybody is the opposite of nobody from the extract. Write a synonym of sad. A synonym is gloomy. Now we come to the short answers. We need to use the name of the scientist. We need to use the name of the writer, rather, sorry, and the title to the story. The name of the writer is Robert W. Peterson and the making of the scientist. Robert W. Peterson. What rare achievement did Richard manage at the age of 22? Robert W. Peterson, in the biography, in the biography, The Making of the Scientist, mentioned that Richard Albright had a rare honor at the age of 22. It is evident that he wrote an article with his friend about a theory of how cells work. Moreover, the article was published in the scientific journal Proceedings of the National Academy of Science. Nevertheless, no one had this achievement at such a young age before him. You can pick citations from the text that is given over here. It is directly taken from the text. Richard became a collector at an early age. How? Uh, Robert W. Peterson, in the biography, The Making of a Scientist, mentioned that Richard was the only child of his parents. He had more, it can be cited that he had no company at home to with whom he could play. Ending a sentence with is not right. So he had no, it is evident that he had no company at home with whom he could play. Thus, he started collecting things in his spare time. It is also evident that he would collect coins, fossils, rocks, butterflies as a hobby. How did the travels of Monarch X prove a turning point in his life? Robert W. Peterson, in The Making of the Scientist, projects Richard's exploring that Richard was bored with collecting butterflies. It can be cited that at the time his mother got the book The Travel of Monarch X for him, he started reading the book. It is also evident that he studied the migration of butterflies and it opened the world of science to him. Additionally, you can mention that he interacted with the writer of the book and the publisher and he got more information. Why did Richard lose interest in tagging butterflies? Robert W. Patterson, in The Making of the Scientist, brings about the emotional interest of Richard Albright in tagging butterflies and mentions the loss of interest in tagging butterflies. Full stop. Richard, it is evident that Richard raised thousands of butterflies, tagged them, and released them to study their migration. It is evident that very soon he lost interest because only two of his tagged butterflies were returned to him, were is out of place, and they had traveled only 75 miles. Mention any two Albright's contributions to the world of science. Robert W. Patterson, in The Making of the Scientist, mentioned the contributions of Richard Albright to the world of science, mentioning that Albright discovered a hormone that was necessary for the growth of butterfly. Moreover, it is evident that his other important contributions proved to be his study of how cells read their DNA. Hobbies play a very important role in one's life. Elaborate this with reference to the making of a scientist. Robert W. Peterson, in The Making of the Scientist, in the biography Making of the Scientist, projects Robert Albright's hobby when he started collecting butterflies. It is evident that it led him to research and discover many things. Moreover, hobbies play an important role in one's life. Thus, it played an important role in Richard Albright's life, making him a scientist. What were the factors which contributed in making Albright a scientist? Robert W. Peterson, in his biography, The Making of the Scientist, projects three qualities of Richard Albright, which contributed were a first rate mind, mentioned the qualities of Albright as first rate mind, a sense of curiosity, and a will to win for the right reasons. These are all citations. You can put single quote around it. First rate mind, sense of curiosity, will to learn for the right reason. These are all citations which you can mark as with single quotes. Subjective questions where PE technique is to be involved, that is to point out, then cite an evidence with single quotes, and then explain in your own words where you can bring in narrative with think, I feel, and I believe. Or it is evident that it can be cited moreover. Richard's mother had a great influence on him. Discuss the role of Albright's mother in making him a scientist. Robert W. Patterson, in his biography on Richard Albright, that is, Making of a Scientist, portrays the role of Richard Albright's mother in transforming Richard into a scientist. It is evident that Richard's mother played a huge role in making him a great scientist. It can be cited that she would take him on trips to encourage learning. Moreover, He was a single child, and after his father's death, his mother made him the focus of her life. It can be cited that she would buy him all kinds of microscopes, telescopes, and other equipments. Moreover, after dinner, she gave him problems to solve. In my opinion, this helped Richard to learn a lot. It can be said that she was the only companion for a long time. Thus, it is stated that his mother, who got him the book The Travel of Monarch X, opened the door, opened the world of science for Richard Albright. Evidently, she also wrote to Dr. Urquhart to guide her son. The scientist helped Richard and guided him. Thus, his mother actually shaped him into an extraordinary scientist. Albright's study of monarch pupils had a far reaching impact. Elaborate. Robert W. Patterson, in the biography Making of a Scientist, projects the impact or the study of monarch pupils and the impact it had on the study of science. It was evident that for a long time the scientific community had regarded the bright spots on a monarch pupa as purely ornamental. It was Dr. Urquhart who did not believe it. As his disciple, Richard did not believe on it either. It is evident that he started his experiments on monarch pupa. It can also be cited that he built a device with the help of a friend. Moreover, this led to the discovery of a hormone. It can be said that Richard proved that the hormone was necessary for the growth of the butterfly. In my opinion, this discovery got him many honors. Also, it led to another important study. He began working on how cells read their DNA. Additionally, DNA is the carrier of heredity and is called the blueprint of life. Thus, it can be stated that Richard Albright's theory could not find answers to many cancers and diseases, but his study had a far reaching impact on the study of monarch pupils or the life cycle of butterflies and DNA. Richard Albright displayed a well rounded personality. Do you agree? Elucidate in the context of the given text. And now you have to write your own opinion, but based on the biography that is given to it. Robert W. Peterson, in his biography, The Making of a Scientist, projects Richard's genius, and which was very obvious by the time he was in the second grade. It is evident that he managed to collect all 25 species of butterflies around his hometown and classify them. It is also evident that he loved to collect coins, fossils, and rocks. It can be said that science was not his only passion. Moreover, he was an active member of the school's oratory club and model United Nations Club and was an effective debater and a public speaker. It can be said that he loved photography as well. Moreover, he was an enthusiastic canoeist and an all round outdoors person. Learning was easy for him, so he found it simple to devote time and energy to many other interests. It can also be said that he became a champion in whatever he did. It is cited that he believed in the spirit of competition to win. Moreover, he did not wish to defeat others just to win. It is evident that he wanted to win to do the best, thus, he displayed a well rounded personality. You can use citations from the text that was just read for you. Thank you very much for your kind attention.